Welcome to the WordPress Photography Podcast, the podcast for photographers who want to learn how to get the most out of WordPress to grow their photography business. You don't need to be a geek to understand WordPress. Settle back and listen as we show you how. Now, here's your host, Scott Wyden-Kivowitz.
Welcome to episode 121. My name is Scott Wyden-Kivowitz, and today I want to talk to you about something that is not often talked about in the photography industry, and that is securing your photo studio. And your photo studio might be your home. It might be in another building somewhere. I mean, everybody's different. Every business is different. And the size of your business depends on, will influence where your studio is. Now, when I say secure your studio, I want to talk about two different things. One being securing the network, the internet, in your studio, making sure that it's not vulnerable to any outsiders coming in, either getting access to your financials or any secure accounts, and also things like what your guests are doing when they're in your studio, what their devices might be doing, and getting access to your backups, your original files, right? These are your digital negatives. But then I'm also talking about the physical security of your studio. And again, whether it's your home or whether it's a building, an office building or something like that, you need to make sure that it's physically secure because you've got expensive equipment in there. So let's start with internet and network security. Now, there are many devices out there that offer security. I'm going to recommend to you what I believe is the easiest way to secure your internet from the outside and also from the inside, based on what your guests are doing and what you're doing on the internet, on your computers, on your devices. And that is Eero. Now, Eero is a product that was acquired by Amazon. So yes, Amazon does technically own this, but it's ran separate from Amazon. It's not ran by the Amazon team, it's ran by the Eero team. Now, Eero is a router, and I'm not going to get into all the technical stuff, but what I want to tell you is that Eero has a secure feature. It's called Eero Secure, and there's also Eero Secure Plus. And both of these offer this feature that can actually monitor for malware, for malicious attacks. It can even filter out adult content and things like that from your internet, right? Meaning that if somebody is on your network, they cannot do certain things. It's kind of like an enhanced version of Apple's screen time feature. Like it can do a lot more. And in fact, will even detect if there's some malicious stuff going on in the background and will block it. Now, it doesn't tell you exactly what is being blocked. It categorizes things, but you do get an overview of what is blocked by what device was actually doing something that it shouldn't have, and it blocks it and reports that basically to you. Now, the Secure Plus also comes with additional things like an actual malware scanning app. It comes with 1Password, which is my password security app of choice, which actually comes to number 2 of what I want to talk about, and that is 1Password. Whether you use 1Password or LastPass or any of those, definitely use a password management system because they are way more secure than just your browser. And they make it really hard for people to get access to all of your data, all of your usernames and passwords. And 1Password in particular has some bonus features like the ability to do two-factor authentication with 1Password, right? And there's also a backup system with 1Password. They make this nice PDF for you that you can print out and hide somewhere where only you and let's say your spouse or your business partner know. And you can get access to your 1Password in case you forgot your single password to get into your vault. You can actually use this sort of secure thing and then change your information after you use it, and then make a new PDF and print it out. So, Eero for internet, 1Password for password security. Now let's talk about physical security. Now, hopefully, if you have a studio, you've got your cameras and lenses and all that equipment in a lockbox somewhere, right? But there is also the overall security, like what is preventing people from getting into your studio in the first place. So things like smart keypads As long as you have that on a network that's also secure, like using an Eero with the Eero secure feature turned on, then you're really protecting yourself because you don't need the physical key, and you'll know if somebody is either tampering with the pin pad and who is actually coming in based on the pin that you're giving them. So you're actually tracking based on pins who is coming in and out of your studio. Additionally, there's things like security systems. Now, there's many ways to do a security system. The one I personally recommend, again, is a company that Amazon acquired, go figure. It's called Ring. Now, the funny thing is I used both these products before Amazon acquired them, but just so happens that Amazon acquired both. Again, Ring is, ran separate from Amazon. There are integrations between Eero and Amazon as well as Ring and Amazon, but they're ran as a separate business. Ring is $100 a year to protect your property. $100 a year, which includes real-time monitoring, right? From a legitimate alarm monitoring service will actually monitor your alarm. And again, based on pins and all that stuff, you can track who's coming in and out and turning on and off your alarm. But also, you can actually add sensors for motion, and you can add sensors for doors and windows. There's even a mailbox sensor. So if you did want to put something inside of a lockbox for your equipment, you can do that and really call it a mailbox, even though it's a lockbox for your equipment, right? There's all these different things. And again, it's $100 a year. That includes all the cameras that you might set up around outside and inside. And that includes all that recording time that you get, the cloud recording time. Sure, there's local alarm systems you can use that you either not connected to a monitoring company, or you'd have to find one that works with whatever local system you're using on your own network. But I like the Ring one because 1, it's Wi-Fi based, 2, it's cell backup, and 3, it's quite affordable and it works really, really well. So I've tried Simply Safe. It failed on me so many times. It actually was not even Wi-Fi based at the time. Now it is. It was only cell based and landline, but I didn't have a landline. And the cell constantly ran out. And then the hardware failed a couple times. So I switched to Ring. And it's a lot cheaper, $100 a year. So those are the 3 things I would recommend to protect your studio. Just one more time, that is Eero for network security. That is 1Password for password and credential security. And then that is Ring for physical security. I would love to know if you have any other recommendations you would like to share as far as securing your photography studio. Just go to imagely.com/podcast/121 and let us know what you would add to this list. I look forward to hearing your thoughts.
You've been listening to the WordPress Photography Podcast. To listen to other episodes and to subscribe to the podcast via iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and more, please visit imagely.com/podcast.